Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be checking out the PTFS versions from the past, starting in 2019 and working our way to the current time period. And I'm with Orange.
Greetings.
So, yes, as you may have seen from the Discord server, we released a limited time event yesterday, and it runs from yesterday till the end of the week. And essentially, there are 3 group experiences. They're chosen from time periods that represent different eras of the game. For example, April 2019 is the furthest back, and that was the update before the main menu and plane spawners were redesigned. And it was also just before points were replaced with minutes flown. Then there's the May 2021 version, and that was the Coast Guard update, and that was actually the final update before we had the massive plane system overhaul and that huge update that we had in 2021. And then we've got September 2022, and that update was chosen essentially just after mobile support was fully incorporated. So, 3 different time periods, and yeah, we'll start off with 2019, and straight away you can probably see the main menu is, some of you may recognise this instantly if you've played the game before. I actually think it's not too bad. You've got a nice view of Mela, so we'll click on play. Let's start off at Rockford.
Got to be.
And there's Orange. I have, for some reason, named him Scotland. I don't know why.
Scotland forever.
So, first of all, our characters, you can see, because I guess we just didn't know at the time how to do it. Because PTFS is in half scale, your characters need to be shrunk down to half their size, and at the time it just wasn't in the scope of development to have a scaling system that supported accessories, which is why everyone was given the pilot hats. Yes, and I distinctly remember seeing Orange's epic face instead of his big head. I also have a fake epic face.
Yeah,
not quite the same.
a Temu epic face.
Yes. In fact, for this whole event, I've actually switched back to my old avatar just for the full experience. So, okay, we've seen the main menu, but speaking of menus, plane spawner, it's this one, which I'm sure you may recognise if you've played it before. It's just a crazy nostalgic feel looking at this. What you'll notice is a lack of planes compared to the current version, and also a lack of features. Just looking at the screen, looking at the screen, there's a button here in the bottom left and one in the bottom right, and that's it. I reckon we just have a fly around, and we'll probably see anything else that I have forgotten. Let's go.
747 might cause some issues here. I don't.
Yeah. Yes, especially because of collisions.
Spawn the 767. That's an atrocity.
Oh yes. So I was actually playing this yesterday, and someone spawned it, and I just had no idea what aircraft it was.
Yeah, I have no idea. Let's get in quick before someone steals it.
You can. I'll be fine. Nice. Okay. Plane tool, that's the other thing. So at this point, the plane system was probably, I mean, it's pretty much the same as the free model version in terms of features. There was pushback, obviously, and I think in this update, this was shortly after the free cam was added. But you'll probably notice that when I do free cam in a second, you can still control the plane while in free cam mode, which is a little bit interesting. So I'm pressing W, nothing's happening, because you have to use the arrow keys in this version, which got a lot of people were like yesterday, oh, why isn't the throttle working? Well, yes, back in our day when we started playing PTFS, it was arrow keys only, and if I go in free cam now, I can still control it while in free cam, which is yeah, definitely better the way it currently is in the actual game. But yeah.
You got the old radar in the bottom right as well.
Oh
Not
yes.
much information off that.
Classic, just dots. No idea
Mhm.
what those dots are unless you know what the pattern of islands look like.
Yeah, no mini map, no island markers or airport markers either. So you're flying fully blind.
Mm.
You really have to
Walrus.
know your way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Walrus has stayed true to itself all through the years. That's an OG one.
Yeah.
There's some other models that are still in the game that are in this one, like the F4, which we all know everyone's keen for a remodel on. B2 Bomber, and probably like the P51 Mustang. There's only a few, but
Yeah.
that pushback there.
I'm just looking at the fact that the pushback key is B in this version. Random.
Yeah, back up.
Oh yeah, back up. Yeah, go backwards. Yeah.
You got classic 36 right.
Yeah. Absolute. Yeah. Very plain Rockford. Do I have max graphics on? I do. It just doesn't look.
That's how it was.
Right, and also no first person. Yes, that's well.
I mean, there is, but there's a lack of detail.
Yeah.
You've got 2 throttle levers at least.
Oh yeah, there is some of that, and also, I mean, some of this stuff is the same in the 2021 version as well. But for example, the seats as well, only a few seats, just for
So familiar
optimization
seeing all those
purposes. Yeah.
pilot hats.
Yeah, oh yeah, everyone here is they're all pilots back there. So, I shall take off with my up arrow key. No flaps or anything to assist with taking off. And I seem to remember it's a pretty short takeoff in most planes. Well, in terms of, there we go, come on. There we go.
Acceleration.
Yeah. Yeah, not bad. Okay, gear up.
Oh, I must correct myself. There is actually airport markers.
Oh yes, you got the
Baltic
red
Airfield
ones.
down there,
Yeah.
and the hoops as well, because there's points in this. There was
Yeah.
no such thing as flight minutes. There used to be a system on Roblox where you could like get points and it'd show up below the game and there'd be a big leaderboard.
Hmm.
But then Roblox removed those.
Yeah, and you'd always, whenever flying, you'd always get a pop-up notification in the bottom right every few seconds saying you've been awarded some points.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, the clouds are the same as well, I think.
Yeah.
Same mesh, I think.
Yeah, when you go in them, you don't see them, but then when you emerge from them, you're like, oh, I was in a cloud like that. Yeah.
Yeah. How many parts are in this? Let's have a look. There's 55,676 parts in this version of PTFS.
Wow.
So we'll keep track of that. That'll be interesting to see.
Another thing on the note, this was actually just before I joined the development team, so I was probably a moderator at this point.
Yeah, only up from here.
Well, it's been, yeah,
Oh, there's
5
Cyprus.
years.
Oh my goodness.
That is a long time. Yeah, gone very quickly.
Oh yeah. Oh,
There
yeah,
we
so
go.
Cyprus is the same. The actual island. Although there's been a few little changes, like I've optimized like the buildings and whatnot and changed the colours.
Does appear to be a lot more vibrant, I would say.
Yeah. I'm just looking at this 767. The side windows are gigantic. The passenger
Yeah,
windows.
oh my gosh, they really are.
And there was no door outlines as well.
Mm.
So I had to change the colour of the doors a bit so you could see them. And as well, there was no sort of press button to get in. You had to climb up a physical ladder,
Oh yes, oh, a true classic.
which we shall demonstrate upon landing.
Yes. Coming in nice
Yeah, thankfully no one's crashed into us either, because aircraft collisions are enabled in this.
Yeah.
That was not yet added.
Speaking of which,
and are they about to stall, or? It's a
Just
high approach, I must say.
purely for realism, I'm just doing a really bad approach to represent 2019 PTFS. Actually, because you generate
Little flare
enough
as well.
lift, yeah, because there's so little flare, it looks a really nose down attitude.
Ooh.
There we go. I don't really. A380. You know, I must
Old
say,
model. I mean, it's not too bad.
yeah,
Compared to this one.
for 2019, that is not bad.
Yeah, you can watch me build that actually in a time lapse.
Oh yes, one of the first ones, that wasn't it? I think.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah, as well, you'll see the terminal is completely solid. You can't go inside. This was way before that was ever thought up.
Just unequip the plane tool to instant stop.
Oh yeah, yeah. You'll see here the just transparent
Yes.
truss parts that you have to climb up to get in.
Can even walk down as well. Oh, of course, player collisions as well. Yeah.
Yep, they're on. Oh, look at
So-
this OG sign over here. Come have a look at this.
Blackbird.
This is a classic right here. See that?
Aircraft this
Aircraft
way.
this
Oh,
way.
so they are.
The spawn room is identical though. It's got. I think the lights are different, but everything else is the same.
Yeah.
Is this
Right.
two-seater?
Someone's
already in there.
but someone is in. I'm
Go on,
gonna.
give us a stall. Give us a stall.
So here's a scenario, just getting a little bit low on approach, so just going to try and stretch the glide a bit, and... Oh no, I'm completely dead already. That is
Great
what
drop.
a stall looks like on the 2019 version.
Yeah. Another similarity: the fuel model is the same. Classic.
Oh, the fuel tank. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the hangars were the same for a while as well.
Yeah.
Although you
Tower
cannot
looks
play with it.
similar.
Yeah, it's got an interior.
Mm. Oh yes, this I remember this radar box decal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that is 2019 PTFS. It's the one that I did. The one that I did my video on a couple of years ago was a slightly earlier version, an even earlier version than this. So now we can look into 2021 PTFS.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's roll.
Let's go. Ah, the more familiar loading screen already.
Oh yeah.
So, obviously, between 2019 and 2021, there was COVID lockdown, which meant that we had quite a lot of time to work on lots of new things. But this was still with the old plane system. And so, yeah, this, as mentioned at the start of the video, this version that you can play on the group was the Coast Guard update. And that was the final update before the new plane system was added. So this is the final version that still had the old plane system. So, first of all, a slightly different main menu with the SAR dude in the bottom right.
Oh yeah.
So, there's... What's different? I think in terms of buttons, they're all pretty much the same.
Yeah, the changelog, you can't actually scroll down very far. It doesn't auto-extend
Oh,
the
yeah.
scrolling frame, so you're limited to how far you can look back.
Yeah. And tutorial. Ah, it's the classic image sequence.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Very nice. I'll just scroll through if anyone wants to stop and pause and read it. The
Options, we have
descriptions.
wind enabled and instant loading.
Yes. The...
Truly a vast selection of features.
Yeah. Very, very plain. And airport selection. What is new in 2021 that wasn't in 2019? Well, Perth, Al
Aye.
Najaf,
Nailed it.
St. Barths, Lukla, Tabarrow, Henstridge, Waterloo, Sea Haven, Barra, Oil Rig, and the Coast Guard bases. So, yeah,
Plethora.
that is pretty insane. Let's spawn at... Where should we spawn?
St. Barth, St. Barth.
St. Bart's. Excellent. And here we actually have our full avatars. We have our
Yeah.
wizards. I don't have my developer sword because I didn't have that at
Good
this
issue.
period of time.
Neither did I. It didn't exist. Terminals, very, very similar. The only thing that's changed nowadays is the roof texture. I'm fairly certain.
Mm.
Yeah, this is... Oh, and look as well. Legendary 3D cars.
Oh, yes.
But if you look from the top down, they look exactly the same as the decal.
Yes.
So, there. That saves a lot of parts not having them. People that complain. That's near you. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's see. ATC tower, I'm fairly certain is pretty similar. It's had a slight upgrade. It's got a different floor now. And obviously, the radar. It's got a cute little, look at this little
No.
airport chart there on a little wedge. That's beautiful. Very bright in here. It's like a
Yeah.
dentist office. So yeah, what else is different on here? Nothing
Uh,
else about it. It's obviously it's missing some stuff. Like this doesn't have the missile silo badge.
hmm.
That's not on here.
Oh yeah, one thing I was going to cover, an aircraft that we can spawn here is the Harrier. And the reason is
VTOL.
obviously the new plane system is designed to basically replicate the old plane system. But one thing that was completely changed in the new plane system was VTOL mode. So I haven't actually used this old VTOL mode for obviously quite a few years. So I can't actually remember how it works, but I was going to demonstrate it. I don't know if... Oh yeah, toggle VTOL. So when you're not in VTOL mode, it just behaves as usual.
Ah.
But when you press X, then you can take off. Okay. Wobble. It actually wobbles when you're on it.
Oh, it's a bit.
So the way this behaves is kind of weird. It behaves like a helicopter in terms of controls. Oh, sorry.
Rest in peace.
But it's not terrible. It was the best I could do at the time. But then if you wanted to transition from VTOL into normal flight, you'd have to build up some speed, press X, and then it would like do this transition thing. The coning was horrible for it. So, but it worked. So anyway, that's the old VTOL mode, and then similarly to come back into VTOL mode, it does this transition thing again, and yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. What else? We've got hover to get in. You may have noticed when Sam got in.
Yes.
That you can now use your keyboard, which is a very big improvement. The trusses were removed because of this.
Yes.
We've now got a mini map in the bottom right.
Oh yes.
But it's not a square; it's a rectangle.
And you can't maximize it when you click on it.
No. We got flaps on the aircraft as well. If I'll just demonstrate on this. Same system.
Yeah.
We've got wind as well.
Oh,
Wind
yes.
stock over there. You see? Oh, the wind has just changed. What are the chances?
Did you see the windsock just moved just then?
You did, yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah, you got wind. Some aircraft have 3D cockpits, tilted gear. You can now swim and ditch in the ocean as well.
Yeah.
And ground crew vehicles. When we were looking before, you can actually have them now.
Yes.
They weren't available in 2019. Oh, look at these OG seats here.
Oh yeah, so one thing in this game, just because of the way Roblox works with animation permissions, so the custom animations like such as sitting don't load. This isn't how it was at the time in the game. This is just a Roblox bug. But yeah, the sitting animation was pretty much the same back then as it was now, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are a couple of other things to mention. So contrails, afterburners, sonic booms, tyre smokes, pappies, and marshalling. And those, I think, are the main changes since 2019.
Yeah, there's not much else, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think there's been a few texture changes maybe as well.
Mm.
Probably a bit of optimizing. What part count are we on now? We're now on 90,517.
Yeah.
That's a jump up there. Memory usage 2 gig for me. How about you?
Memory usage, I'm at 2.5 again.
It's not 100% accurate because we're
Yeah.
a different place, but yeah. So the part count has gone up massively because of all the additional airports and stuff.
Mm. One thing I will do, because this is still the old plane system. I mean, it had some of the more advanced features such as flaps, but fundamentally it was still pretty flawed. And so one thing that I used to love to do is come up on a final approach here and stall, and then just while I'm stalling, just do a 180.
You're not going to make
Land
a
backwards.
reverse landing.
Oh no. Yeah. But normally you could like time it perfectly, and you'd end up touching down backwards. But you still had things like advanced mode in the old plane system. It was
altitude hold, cruise mode.
Yeah,
that was in this.
That's true. Yes. But yeah, it got to the point where we just wanted to make our own custom one. So
you can only botch so many features onto something, can't you?
Yeah, that's a good point to move on to 2022, which does include that. So let's hop over there now. So, loading, hold tight, same as before, but a different main menu again.
Pretty much the same as it is now, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, in terms of buttons, it's just the layout.
Just transparency is a bit different.
Yeah. In terms of options, I mean, if you compare it to
Roulette.
2024 PTFS, it's, you know, it still looks kind of a bit. Well, I suppose how many have we got? We've got 7, and no colours to tell you whether they're on or off or not. But anyway, as you can see, I've already configured mine to my liking. Changelog, I'll just scroll through this in case anyone wants to pause the video and look at what has been added.
Oh yeah.
And
You can actually see everything now as well.
I think the tutorial is pretty much the same.
I believe so. Although we now have phone and tablet because that's been added.
Yes.
That was a massive. That was a massive thing for the game. Like nowadays, like half the players of the game are mobile or tablet. It might even be slightly more. Now let's look at the live stats. So right now there's 6,100 people. 2,700 are on computer. 2,000 on phone, 1,400 on tablet. So you see, it's everyone always hates on mobile, but it does keep the game alive.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that was Sam's idea, so thank you, Mr. Sam.
I bet, yeah, it worked out rather nicely.
Oh, yeah.
So, what is new here? A Renji consisting of Tokyo, Saba, and the Coast Guard. That was, yeah, I guess that's the new islands. The last big, obviously we've had new airports, but I think this was the last new island as far as I can remember.
Well, excluding Rockford, but
oh yeah, of course. Oh, yeah.
That was a remodel, not new, wasn't it?
Yeah, that is true. It's the yes. So it's the last edition of an island.
Yeah, I really like it. It's
yeah,
good setup.
Let's go there.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is pretty much identical. Only thing, the new tower. This is an old tower. It's like a default model we had. Let's have a look. These are the same. The gates. You now have spawners. A few more areas as well at the gates and whatnot. Like if you spawned in this, you would think this is current PTFS. Like you wouldn't notice.
So far, I would not have suspected anything really. Oh, hello, my cat's just come in. Hello.
Big Dave.
Meow, I'm recording a video. Would you like some food? Hello. One thing I can tell that is different is the skybox.
Yes. Yeah. Very pink.
Mm.
One of the main things I think was just some new aircraft. Airbus H135. What else? I can't really tell.
Old Lightning model looks so funny.
Oh god, yeah. Don't look at that. Like I think starting 2022, 2023 is when I started like remodeling stuff like quite heavily.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2022, 2023, the year of the remodel. If it was a Chinese year.
Yeah, the year of the
you know, so we're almost there. We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Then we can focus entirely on new content. But look at this thing. I mean, this model, it's not perfect, but it still holds its own. Like, it's not terrible. The textures are a bit suspect, but you know. Yeah. So the VTOL system changed, didn't it, on this?
Other features of the new plane system were obviously shared cockpit, so you could pass control between pilot and co-pilot. There was camera lock, which tilts your camera with the plane, so when I take off I can go like that. Whoa.
Whee.
An actual decent first person and third person view that lets you look left and right and up and down when you are holding right click. Seating lock. Flares. Yeah, flares.
They were new.
Here. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Basically a bunch of new plane features, mobile support. I shall now touch down. Landing on the orange.
How rude.
Right, that is 2022 PTFS compared to 2021 PTFS. Quite a lot changed.
Mainly in the background though, wasn't it? Like there's a lot of coding stuff. It's not like islands and all that. It's not very visual.
Yeah, mainly a feature-based update. Now we can go into the present PTFS and we can see what's changed in the past 2 years. We'll just go through it. It won't be a full-on update video, it'll just be a brief overview. So let's go there now. In terms of options, I think it was 7 last time. So yeah, we got 3 new options. But the main GUI is the same. 2 new things in terms of airports. We have the carrier here, and also on Cyprus we have McConnell Air Base. We could actually, we won't go there. We'll go to Rockford because
that is also new.
Yes, a massive new addition / change was the Rockford complete remodel. So that includes the island itself and all the airports.
We're up to 150,000 parts now.
Ooh,
I think we've got to check last on 2022.
Oh yeah.
We can go back and insert it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, 150,000 parts. I'm at 1.9 gig on memory. What are you on, sir?
I'm on 2.6.
2.6. So the memory usage has been pretty similar throughout, even though the game has expanded, and that's because I've done so much optimizing.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have the game accessible on a library computer, for example.
Yeah. A lot of Orange's time is spent optimizing the game to ensure that it will run smoothly on all devices, such as particularly lower end mobile devices. That's why pretty much every part that has been placed, Orange would have probably gone through and thought, does it need to be there? Should it be can collide? Should it be anchored, etc.?
Well, yeah, always anchored.
Yes.
Always anchored.
Yeah, always anchored. Yeah. There's not really many unanchored things, I suppose. Yeah. But yeah, so we got 2 new airports. We got an entire remodeled island. And then in terms of planes...
Oh, there's a phone call. Should we answer it? It's probably a scammer. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello? It wasn't a scam.
Yeah. So, when I go over to the spawner here, you will probably notice the increase in the amount of aircraft that we have available to us.
Oh, someone's reversing. You can't park there, mate.
That is not a parking spot.
Oh dear. But yeah, that's a good example of what a new modern aircraft looks like. Look at that beautiful 787 there. Damn!
Significant
I'm happy with that.
Upgrade, yeah.
Oh yeah. Let me just stand there proud.
Orange with his plane. Hello.
Tidy. So yeah, this is the modern game.
Yeah.
You can play now. There's so much we've added. Like we got RP items, failures. They were the latest one. Air-to-air refueling, cabin seating. I don't know what that refers to, but it's on there.
Is that adding like the actual full amount of seats to the aircraft?
I think so. Yeah.
Rather than just having those few in the front.
Yeah. What else have we got on here? ATC radar, carrier system, missions have returned. You might have noticed in 2019 there was a missions button,
The original
but
missions.
they were the OG. Then weather, ATC voice chat, ATC charts. So the list is endless.
It is a lot of new stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the concurrent players on roylemons.com. It only goes back to May 21. But I'm just looking there, it was like the peak was like 1,700 players, and it dropped down to like low 1,000. And then when mobile came out, it jumped straight up to like 4,000.
Yeah.
And then now recently we hit 16,000, which is incredible. Like it's amazing to see how much the game has like grown.
Yeah. And
beautiful.
Thanks to Roblox for featuring us on the... Well, on the day of the update it was today's picks, and then on the day after the update it was on top trending.
Yeah. Quality stuff from the boys.
Yeah. Much
And girls.
appreciated. Yeah. Yes. So, yeah, this event that allows you to play PTFS from the older versions will be open till the end of the week, which is the 1st of December. And then shortly after that, as you may or may not know, we do the snowy map over Christmas. So
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
yeah, always a nice...
Seeing the new Rockford with snow.
Yeah, it'll be the first time actually, seeing this all nice snowy white Rockford. And yeah, after that, the experiences will be closed. But the feedback that this has got is so great that we'll definitely do something like this in the future again. So
Yeah,
do not fear this. It's not your only opportunity. If you wanted to do it some other time as well.
Yeah, in 2030 we'll do a PTFS in 2024.
Yeah, I wonder what will have changed in 2030.
You know, is robot still going to be around? Who knows? Oh, it's
Well,
so weird flying a plane now. Everything like feels
just
like
smooth,
so
isn't it?
much nicer. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that has been a really fun look back through time. I will be on these games till the end of the week. I'm sure Orange will also hop in every so often. And yeah, well, thank you very much for watching. Thank you to Orange for joining me.
My pleasure.
And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. I think animations don't work, so I can't wave, unfortunately. Oh, I can. Yay. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.